build strategy from a different perspective, so that they can accelerate growth that way.
Yeah.
But trying to figure out um, people that have not been in that world don't necessarily get that as much. So like, smaller, medium-sized business owners don't get what that is or how that's relevant as much as if you just say I do business consulting or I do, life coaching or whatever.
Right.
So I'm trying to get traction around that. So looking for some thoughts around that particular piece.
As being able to, as far as being able to get consulting opportunities with other companies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, have you done it before?
I've done so outside of the big companies, I've done coaching with like one-off executives, but I haven't, and I've done it a little bit with smaller business owners, but not at the level that I want to do it.
Okay. And that's fine. Uh,
So
do you have any testimonials from the others that have done it, that you've done it with?
no, because it was a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And it doesn't matter. What you want to do is, I think that's going to be a very important piece
mm-hmm.
for you to get testimonials from whoever you can, even if it's just a few sentences. Video would be even better,
Yep.
of where they were, and where they went to, right, after you came in the picture,
Mm-hmm.
right, the before and after. That's going to be important, right? In your LinkedIn profile, do you have any recommendations from others? Have you worked on that?
Yeah, I have several recommendations but they're for different things though.
Okay.
But I have I don't know, maybe 16, 17 recommendations.
Okay. And that's good. That whether it's for something else or not, right? You have plenty of recommendations on whatever you put your mind to, that you've done an excellent job, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be important. It's one thing for you to go out and say, hey, I'm the best consultant that you can hire, right? It's another
Mm-hmm.
thing for people that you've done work with to back you up on your claims, right? So the testimonials is a gold mine for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you want to work on that, as much as possible. Get as many testimonials as you can, whether that's in text or video. Let's just say it's in text. You want to use those testimonials over and over again in all of your marketing, etc. Because that way people can see that you've actually produced results, and also have a referral list, right? So because they're going to ask for it when you approach these companies, they're going to ask for referrals, names and phone numbers that they can call and see what you're all about. So that's going to be the basic of all basics, to make sure that you have that part down. And then, of course, to go out and market yourself, etc. Right? I know that you've done, a pretty good job with saying what you do on LinkedIn, but I think it was more on the AI side, right? I don't know if I've really seen on the consultant aspect, if you shared anything on
Yeah, I haven't
on.
really talked about AI that much lately because I don't work for the AI marketing company anymore.
Okay.
But I talk a lot about customer strategy. I talk about I have a loyalty system that I have, so I talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Um, but I do talk about, customer strategy things and how it
Yeah.
ties to growth. And I do talk about things that I've done for a big company because when I do talk to people one-on-one, and I share with them my background of how I help big companies like Best Buy and Gap with
Yeah.
their customer strategy to turn around growth in ways other people couldn't, like it resonates.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come across in like a 30-second or 60-second pitch when you're at a networking meeting or something like that.
Yeah. 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 So that's cool. So keep doing the LinkedIn marketing, especially if you're, going about it, this way. But getting those testimonials is going to be is going to be key. And whoever you've helped out, whether it's a company or not, right? Just get something out of people that you have helped in any manner. Okay. Get those testimonials and then use that to help you get in.
Okay.
All right. Very good. All right. What else? What other questions, concerns?
In leadership. Well, I've been, dipping into that lately because I want to be able to attract when I'm ready to hire high performers. I want to be able to, how do I attract, because since my business is very white glove type of thing, I can't, I need to have that high performers or like that face or that customer service, type of person, and that cares, not, I'm in Miami and a lot of people here it's hard to get like a high performing employee. So I want to be able to track that in my business. What would you suggest to when I get to that level? Where do I start?
First of all, mentally, don't think that it's hard to get high performers.
Okay.
Because you actually said something totally opposite of what I think about Miami. Right? Which is, it's hard to get high performers. You have a lot of high performers there, right? Miami wouldn't be Miami if there wasn't, right? So there are higher performers there. So, you want to delete that out of your, vocabulary and have a positive outlook first. Second is to know where they are, right? These higher performers. Look at, companies that are, that are doing well. Okay, who they are using in their sales force and marketing, right? And you can approach them. Here's the thing: you have to be competitive in what you have to offer, right? Of course, they need to see a good salary, but even that is just the starting point, right? You have the benefits and et cetera, et cetera. But you don't want it to be just about the money and the benefits either. They need to be able to align with your vision. They would buy into your vision, and that your vision is something that would benefit them as well. Right? And so if it benefits them, then you should be able to find the people that you want to find, right?
Right.
And in some sense, should it be that easy to find the high performers, right? In some sense, having it being not as easy can be something to your benefit as well.
Okay.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Because you're looking for a gem, and if a gem has a lot of value because they're rare. That's all it is at the end of the day, right?
Right.
Gold and diamonds, I mean, they're just gold and diamonds, but they cost so much because it relatively they are rare, right?
Right.
And put that, when you apply that to us, we are very rare because there's only one, it's one of one in some sense, right? And so when it comes to someone that's high value, they are going to be rare, but it's going to be rewarding when you find the right one and move on from there. Do you have your stuff set up, as far as, the salaries and the benefits and all that, kind of ready to go? Okay, because that's going to be part of the presentation to them.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet, but I just want to think ahead,
Yeah.
and I want it to be sooner than later.
Yeah.
And I'm already talking to HR companies. I'm looking for the future. I don't
Yeah.
want to be, I want to be, when I get there, I want to be prepared.
Yeah.
So basically I'm looking for that. I'm looking also into, well, remember I told you my branding and stuff like that. I want a brand that meets my future, not my right now.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that as well, but I think I found the perfect person after talking to many people that understands it, and has vision as well. So I'm actually going to her. We connected in a deeper level that happens to me when I connect. And I'm going to her kids' party this weekend. It's just crazy that happened. And we're gonna go to church on Sunday. So she's a believer. I want to introduce her to you actually. And
What's her name?
Anna Maria. She lives in Broward, like 30 minutes from me, and she has a successful business in marketing. And she also she has like she's worked with like really big companies.
Yeah.
So she already has the track record.
Okay.
So I got an introduction to her. So I was actually wanting her. I'm gonna talk to her on Saturday when I see her, and I'm gonna talk to her about you and see how we could connect you guys.
Yeah.
Because she's a high value type of person, and she believes in God. You know, so she
Well-
just came back from Greece. That's why I didn't introduce you earlier, because she just got back.
Well,
So
right after, maybe right after this event, you can just do a text introduction, and well, we can take it from there.
Okay.
I still would like to connect with that other lady you've been talking about. So I know
Nikki. Yeah.
What was her name again?
Nicole, my cousin. She's really
Nicole is one.
yeah. Who else?
The other
Chanel?
one, I think is Michelle, your partner in that.
Chanel, yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she's a tough one to get a hold of. She's a tough one.
Yeah.
But she's very high value. But I feel like her, just like me, we were both in the same situation that we're like getting pulled left and right. We want to do so much, and I just realized that it's not going anywhere. I'm just gonna focus on one thing at a time, and then it's just like I'm growing little by little because I'm focusing so many things, juggling so many things.
Yeah.
And that's her situation as well. But we're coming to a realization that we need to focus on one at a time to make it grow.
Yeah.
And then go to the next. So she's going through that transition right now.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Whoever you want to introduce me to, see if we can do it, right after our meeting.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we can take it from there. That's not a problem.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, Yannick. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm great, Matthew. How are you?
Good, good. Yannick is also in the real estate business, and you're out of Arlington, correct?
Fort Worth.
Fort
Worth,
Worth.
yeah.
Not too far
That's
from
close
here.
though. It's close.
Yeah. Giselle is also in the real estate field as well. She's an agent. Yeah.
Yeah, Giselle's out in Miami.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've connected before.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have Keisha here. What part of Dallas are you from, Keisha?
Keller.
Okay, in the Dallas.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she's right down the street. You're right down the street,
Yeah.
Keisha. I'm in North Richmond Hill.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
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 So Yannick, what brings you here? You have a question, concern, sales and leadership?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have Giselle in here too, so she'll probably be able to help me out as well. Like I just
Sure.
I know this is sales and leadership, so that's the idea is how can I get better, as a real estate agent, as a salesperson to grow, to grow the business. I guess that's really like a kind of, why I came in.
As a salesperson, how you can grow your business?
Yes, how I can get,
I mean,
grow that.
that is a very general question. I mean, we can go 100 different ways. Can you be a little bit more specific on what you need exactly?
Yes. Well, I guess I'm thinking like scaling my sales. So I guess that I'm reaching more people. I was into social media, got some good stuff in there with Steve, and
Yeah.
so I guess taking that with being better in actually in sales.
Okay. And
Yes.
before I answer that, did you visit the global scaling, business scaling breakout room?
I went in there for just a little bit, and they were conversating, so I said, "Let me go inside here,
Oh,
inside
okay,
the
okay, good. Okay, so
sales meeting."
make sure to go back in there and talk to Ali, or at least to connect with Ali, afterwards. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, so it depends. It depends on where you are and what type of infrastructure you have set up,
Hmm.
right? And what your mindset is on financing
Hmm.
the scaling, right?
Hmm.
Even that is a little bit of a general question, but let me try to answer. So, do you feel like that you're at a point to take on more, that you have the capacity to
Yeah.
take on more by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Um, can you give me an idea of where you are and where you want to go in the next year?
Yes. So right now, oops, give me one second. Um, that's good. I want to go 20 plus sales a year, so
Okay.
in 2024, at least 20 sales,
Okay.
so that would put
I
me.
okay. I know people that that do that those kind of numbers.
Hmm.
Either if they do by themselves, they have no time for anything else,
Hmm.
or they have time for themselves if they have delegated, some of these tasks to others.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Leverage.
My recommendation, and because why did we get into business in the first place? For me, I'll answer that question for myself,
Yeah.
is to take more control of my time more than anything else, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Uh, in essence, I would rather work 80 hours for myself than 40 hours for someone else.
Amen.
Okay. But even in that, you would want to have as much control of your time as possible, right?
Mhm. Right.
So when you are about to scale, you in today's world, you cannot scale successfully without some type of automation and delegation in place.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
So for the automation piece, I would highly recommend that you talk to Nicole Reyes. She's not here today, but connect with her. Okay,
Okay.
on the automation piece.
I'm gonna
She
do.
can. I'm sorry. Okay. Uh, yeah, because she has a system where when one email comes in, then all of this other stuff happens, emails, communications, etc. It all happens automatically, where you don't have to worry about touching any of that stuff, right?
Right.
So talk to her about that. Then you got to have a mind of delegation, right? That could be a VA. That could be someone like Lenica. Okay, she's out, but she was in business operations. That could be someone like Lenica, who could take your whole, operation, and she'll manage it, where you can just focus on what you want to do, right? So if you want to scale and have control of your time, meaning like you want more time with your family, etc., and so on, you have to be open to delegation,
Mhm.
right?
Yes,
Handing
yes.
over certain aspects, that just the busy work stuff, right?
Right.
Like for me, finances, bookkeeping, taxes, you know, we, gathering, guest information, etc. That's all busy work for me. I feel like that takes away from me being
Hmm.
able to do what I want to do with my time,
Right.
right? And so you want to identify what those busy work items are, and delegate it to someone else. It is worth every penny to do that,
Mm. Okay, that's
because
good.
you're going to start to see your business grow, right? Don't just look at the initial amount of dollars that you spend. because you're going to make multiples of what you're giving to these VAs,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Wanted to add something,
Yeah.
because our business, a transaction coordinator is great to
Yeah.
do all
Yeah.
the paperwork for us when we're busy out getting clients or taking care of the clients or going showings and doing all of that. So transaction coordinators saves you so much time and headaches. And then they, also VA, like you said, like they could send out emails, they could do the marketing, they can do, I see the top performers in my office. I'm not one of them, but I see them and they do VAs. I use a VA for my marketing because I don't have time, and they could do it in 3-4 hours. It's done for you, and then you could do your marketing. So it's so, and they're very low cost. I
Yeah.
had a VA at $8 an hour,
Mhm.
because we had it like, and see if your brokerage offers that as a package deal, because I did that as my commercial. Anybody that is in commercial, we have one VA, so we can share the and then they just charge you for whatever time you need with the VA. But you can also find your own VAs, and it's very cost, like Matthew was saying, gives you back your time, and you could go and do showings, you could do more things like get your clients, go to a marketing event, just do more high value things while they do that, and your business just keeps going. So it makes it very easy for you to scale in that way.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
I know some very talented VAs here in America, right? Cost a little bit more, but the Philippines is just known for
Mhm.
VAs coming out of there, and them doing it for reasonable prices as well. You can go to websites such as Upwork.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, Upwork.com, and there's some other similar sites as well where there's tons of VAs that you can find there. And
Okay.
yeah, so don't when you see it as a cost,
Mhm.
that's going to hold you back.
Mhm.
You have to see it as an investment in
Right.
which you will get your return out of it. Okay. So that's my best suggestion that comes up at this time for what you asked for.
And
That's awesome.
also take your time. Either um, either have a VA that does already what you're looking for, or if you have a VA that needs training, take your time and train them right, because it's going to pay off at the end. At the beginning you have to train them, but it pays off at the end when they know exactly what to do, and you just throw things at them. But it would be ideal if they already know your business. But I feel like that's so important, because sometimes we get VAs and they don't know what to do and we don't have time, and that's just going to end up wasting their time, your time. It's not going to work
Right.
out. Philippines, they use that a lot in my business, but I feel like you need to have somebody, like Matthew said, that has more of like initial creative, because sometimes you have to tell them exactly what to do. With somebody in the United States, they're like, okay, they have more initial, how do you say this? More initiative, like, but in the Philippines, you have to be very, very specific. Exactly. They'll do exactly what you tell them, but sometimes you don't have time for that. So I feel like sometimes you need somebody more creative. So it's going to cost you more. So I agree with Matthew on that.
Okay. Awesome.
Very good. All right. What other questions? Any other concerns?
Well, Matthew, what would be and I know you're a man of God, so you would say the Bible for the best self-development book. But what would you recommend for like your top self-development book and your top sales book?
And here's the thing, they're also based on the Bible as well, right? So
Right.
they're also from Proverbs.
Yes, I like Proverbs.
Dale Carnegie's why am I hold on. Very, very popular book. Hold on.
Is that the How to Win Friends?
How to Win Friends and Influence People, right?
Okay.
Straight from the Bible.
Right. Right.
Think and Grow Rich, straight from the Bible.
In the Bible. Right.
Right? As a Man Thinketh, straight from the Bible, right? These were all people who were led by the Holy Spirit to have a whole generation of entrepreneurs and companies to be born and successful. You know, and these are recognized, you know, people, even in the secular world,
Right.
And they still are powerful today, even after they're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Years
Right?
and years.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Of course, anything Zig Ziglar,
Right.
you know, that's out there. There's so many out there like that, you know, that are well known. Jim Rohn, of course.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm sure you probably heard of these names and titles already.
Yes. Yes.
Reinforcing.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
What else? Anything else from anyone? Okay. If not, I'm gonna just visit some of these other breakout rooms, and y'all can, you know, have your own conversations. No problem. But let me know. You can just message me if you have any other questions.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, Matthew.
All right.
Hey, Keisha, I would like to hear your business.
Thank you,
Oh,
Matthew.
my business. Yeah, sure. ProStar Business Development. Been in business almost for 12 years. I do executive coaching for entrepreneurs, leadership training for corporate teams. On the entrepreneurial side, I've shown many people on how to get from where they are to the seven-figure realm. You know, and just with my Fortune 250 background combined with, you know, kingdom principles, I mean, there's just no way for people not to be successful unless they're not applying what I'm coaching them on.
Mm-hmm.
And people that have applied everything that I talked about have been uber successful. You know, who was here last time? Felipe Garcia was here on this call.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he went from $150,000 revenue to 7 million in 4 years.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
Actually 3.2 or something in like 18 months.
Wow.
Right. And so many other, you know, testimonials like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm actually taking courses to become Six Sigma certified. So now Fortune 250, Six Sigma,
Right.
and Kingdom Principles. You know, I think I get me before my rates go higher. Because no, I was kidding. But that's basically what I do. I just help, you know, lift people up, and you know, I'm not just about coaching just to coach. I'm very results oriented. I want to see the results, and then get, you know, on a practical sense, get that testimonial, market it to others, and, you know, etc. Right. So I'm not a certified coach. There's a lot of certified coaches, you know, out there. God bless them, and some of them are great. I believe more in experience than certification.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Okay. Could I go get a certified coach thing? I can. No, that's not a problem. I just choosing not to spend time with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of certified coaches that are out there that has no business experience, and they really have no business in coaching other entrepreneurs and businesses.
Right.
Without any experience in the real world. Right. Mm-hmm. So experience is a key. It's not the only key, but is a big key, right? But sometimes even that can become a weakness, and this is for all of us here. Your experience can become a weakness if you're only basing your your future on your past experiences, right? You got to be new and innovative as well.
Right.
You see what I'm
Good.
saying? So
Absolutely.
you would use your experience as a resource, right? To touch back on, but not the end all be all. Because, your experience, even just from 5 years ago, may not be applicable now, or 3 years from now, or 5 years from now, right? Great examples of people that didn't really use their experience from the past, but looked out into the future are people like Steve Jobs,
Mm-hmm.
right? There was no experience with the iPhone before, yet he produced the iPhone, right?
Right.
Knowing that it would be revolutionary. He actually talked about the iPad back in the 80s,
Wow.
but he knew the market wasn't ready for it, so he waited 20 something years.
What? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Wow.
said there's there's going to be a tablet. There's a quote out there. I have it written down somewhere. People would be computing from tablets, et cetera, and that was a quote from like 1982.
Wow.
Okay, so your timing has to be right. Be patient with the timing. Experience is good for marketing purposes, but it can become a weakness if you are using your experience to determine your next steps in expanding your business.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to be careful with that.
Right. It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for reminding me of, hey, I need to talk about my business.
For sure.
Yeah. We have a couple of minutes left here, so let me broadcast another message here. The wrapping. Are you seeing my messages?
I saw the
I see
other
that.
one.
Yeah, the one you did earlier.
Okay, good.
I sent you a connection on Facebook, Yannick.
Oh, okay. Thank you. What is your business?
It's called Loyalty Centric. So I help business owners with engagement-driven revenue, both strategy and both strategy and solutions. So I
Okay.
do strategy consulting for them, and then I also have a rewards and referral system for business owners as well.
Oh,
And
that's
some other
awesome.
yeah.
Those are like creating more engagement for business owners, right, with their customers, like clients.
So more engagement, so they get like more consistent leads, and then better retention,
Yeah,
where
that's
there's
good.
where they can see double-digit growth increase.
Right. Gotcha. That's awesome.
Yeah.